Alright, here we go. I've got my Luger grip here. It's all cured. I have a few tools laid out. Let me see if I can get this. You can see there's a pretty good blob right there. And I'm going to see if I can scrape that off. The problem is this is a checkered grip, and I do not have a checkering file. I was thinking about buying one, but they're like 60 bucks, and I really don't have a lot of projects that I could use them on. I have an old Star B that has wood grips with pretty worn checkering that I could probably give a shot, but I'm definitely not going to try matching Luger grips as my first checkering job, even though I do have a repair on here now, which pretty much kills the value of it. I'm going to see if I can get this to kind of break off. Man, it's so hard. I think I'm going to have to, well, some of it's scraping off here. This stuff is really impressive how hard it gets. Oh yeah, that's working a little bit. This I was gonna go back through and maybe put a little bit more on the rear here just for strength, but I'm not gonna try to twist it too hard, but man, this feels really solid. You know, I've used two-part epoxies that come in the dual tubes where you squeeze it and it comes out of each side at once. I've used all the different kind of JB welds, wood glue, and this feels like the most sturdy stuff I've ever used out of all of that. I can kind of trace up through the checkering with this little pick here. I got a little bit over here where it didn't need to be. If you don't rub the stuff in, it really does flake off pretty easily. You know, where the seam of the repair is, there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm getting some of the shininess off. It's not near as obvious as it was when I started out. Yeah, I'm getting little pieces that are just kind of chipping off. It's working out pretty good. I really don't want to go too crazy with it and take too much off. The break was kind of right along one of the checkering lines, it looks like. I think this is a really common spot to break on these. I just dropped it on the table from maybe 3 inches, 2 inches, and it just popped right off. This looks like a real easy spot to break too. But you can see the grain and the wood is going this way. So that makes it real easy for a corner to pop off like that. Now I have some extra glue here, and this is where the safety rides. So I'm gonna have to remove a little bit there. And I've got a round file for that. Let me see if this is a good size. This might be a little too big. You can tell my file is magnetized for some reason. If you watch Mark Novak, you know that magnetized tools drive him nuts. I'm going to grab the gun and see. Oh yeah, it fits right on. It's looking pretty good. I mean, it only kind of shines at you if you're at the perfect angle, like straight on like that. For me, I don't know how it looks in the camera, but you can't tell at all. And it doesn't look like the glue on the back is impacting how the grip sits at all. So I don't think I'm going to touch any of that, because if you see this glob here where it kind of spread out and then laid along that line, that's going to make the repair stronger. So if I don't need to remove it, I'm not going to. And on the top here, I think I got as much of that off as I need to. I think for now I'm going to call that good. These are going to get packed up with some padding and put away. Try to protect them, and then I'm going to use the reproduction grips to actually shoot the gun with. So I was getting ready to pack these away whenever I dropped it on the table and broke it. But I'm pretty happy with that. I really am not good at wood repair. I've done, I rescued a sporterized Carcano M38 that's a finish marked one that's in the 7.35, and it was sporterized and cut down, so I got a Sarco stock for it and inletted it and refinished it. It looks pretty good. And I fixed a pretty bad break on a Spanish 1916 Mauser where I actually had to drill in and put a few brass screws in it. It turned out okay, but I'm definitely still a major newbie with woodwork. It's not my favorite thing to do. Well, thanks for checking out the video, and I'll be back with more stuff hopefully soon.